How you doing, guys? Angry Redman here. More transfer news and other rumors. Okay, first up, Diomande. Now, if you have been following around like Liverpool, like sort of things have been going on around our club, yes, you know that Slot has been sacked. Okay, there's also Andoni Areola that has been recruited to our squad, to our team. So what happens now? We're probably going to have like a huge ass open heart surgery and have a first 11 that's probably like revolving around Ryan Engelmore and Florian Wirtz. And one winger that we have been following lately, right, is Diomande. So Diomande, for one, he is actually supposed to be, right, going to be our Salah successor. Okay, as far as it goes, right, the update that we have, right, there is definitely some like movement with regards to Diomande. So some news outlets would say, right, a bid has already gone in. Indicator has mentioned that a bid has already gone in. Chris has said that a bid is supposed to be coming in later next week or something like that. But either way, some of the top journalists, including Ben Jacobs, it all started when he said, right, already significant progress has been made with regards to the movement of Diomande. Yeah, so if you have been following along this entire social media, right, Diomande, right, was always a two-horse race battle between Liverpool and as well as PSG. And I always would say, right, you come to Liverpool, right, and you put on the shirt straight away, you don't need to really compete for places. You go to PSG, they just won the Champions League, they just won the League One. Okay, so with that said, right, you're going to be competing with places with already a battle-proven squad. In Liverpool, you don't need to. You just like chuck yourself back in, you get your number 11 shirt straight away. Okay, so as far as we know, right, the Diomande's, whether it's confirmed, whether there's any like bid that just came in on, I really don't know. But you can sort of see that there's actually movement now, some positive updates. As far as it goes, right, okay, according to Chris FT, okay, yes, Diomande has shown positive signals during discussions with Liverpool FC. No agreements on personal terms yet, but he is open to a move to Anfield, which means one thing, okay, personal terms shouldn't be an issue, okay, yeah, so hopefully we can actually like bid this quickly and then like prevent it from becoming a long drawn out saga. So that is Diomande, a new right winger, okay, to replace Salah, okay. And speaking of Salah, right, okay, Salah is there's a couple of rumors regarding what will be his next club is, right, okay. So as far as that is actually concerned, right, Fenerbahce is actually rumored to actually go after his signature with a 90 million pound 3-year contract. Okay, so that's a lot of money, 30 million pound a year, man. So it's a lot of money just to get past just for Salah. It's a lot of money for him, yeah. Some people say it is Fenerbahce, some people may say it's Al Ittihad, okay, but rumors, we won't even know what his next club is because now the World Cup is already about to commence at this point. So we'll only get to really know as to what it will be his so-called destination, like so-called later. Yeah, but so that's Mo Salah for you. Okay, of course, another target that we're up against, right? Okay, again back to PSG, because if PSG wants to get another winger or somebody there, chances are they may need to sell some people. Okay, either like Bradley Barcola, but the target that we will be also going after, right, okay, at least in some way or another, is the midfielder Warren Zaire-Emery. Okay, so Warren Zaire-Emery is a very young, like super young, age 20, midfielder for Paris Saint-Germain. So he's more, I would say, like box to box, that kind of thing. Yeah, so he can also play as a right back, which I would say it's a position that we eventually would need. So yeah, they're having more cover, right? Okay, even in any spot, okay, whether it's midfield or right back or stuff like that, it's always welcome to have, especially as far as the pricing goes, right? Okay, yeah, it's going to be roughly around the 65 million euro evaluation. I want you to think about this 65 million euro evaluation, right? Okay, along with the Diomande's 90 million pound or euro evaluation. Okay, this is nowhere as bad. Okay, this is nowhere as bad. And you're talking like people who are set at prices too high. For example, you think Adam Wharton 100 plus mil pounds. Elliot Anderson, 121 million pound bid turned down, rejected against Man City. They have no intention to sell, and if you have to sell, it, you have to sell it to command high, right? 121 mil, rejected. And Matheus Fernandes relegate the club, 85 million euros. So if you think the price of young Diomande is not cheap at all in relation to someone that's super young, okay, he's only 19, understandably it's not cheap by any means. But if you think about in respect to the players that I talked about, okay, when we talk like Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, as well as Matheus Fernandes, yes, that one is way high. And for young Diomande, his price tag doesn't really sound as bad. To put that into perspective, okay, so you kind of have to see, right? And not to mention, right, the right wing market is shit. Let's just put it out of the way, okay? To really like get someone, right, we're bound to need to spend high, regardless of the case. We don't have a choice here, because when we are getting rid of Salah, I'm not too sure how many other members we will also be getting rid of. Whether it's Cody Gakpo, whether it's going to be Harvey Elliott, whether it's going to be Federico Chiesa, we really don't know. So any cover that we need is definitely something that is greatly welcome. So you might as well just spend the money in this case, okay? Yeah, it will, if it does well, it will make the values around like Matheus Fernandes, and Wharton and Anderson, yeah, their value is going to go down, man. Okay, they won't have a choice already at this point. Okay, because already, man, you already had been saying, right, 80 million is the right pricing, no more than that for Elliot Anderson, and yet Man City still couldn't get it for 121 mil. All right. Okay, so yeah, what is with the inflate the prices of midfielders, man? I honestly don't understand why. I really don't. Yeah, it's just like in a way, right? Crazy, yes. Yeah. I don't know, man. What is the inflation of midfielders? Because if we are selling midfielders like this at this kind of price point, right, then why we are actually putting Curtis Jones for only 25 mil, 35 mil? That is insulting to a player that can actually play better than one or two of these guys, and you're still charging way lower. Come on, Hughes, what the hell are you doing? You must also match them. If they have to literally like charge high for players, then we should charge high. Okay? It's either you charge high or you give Curtis Jones a new contract. That's simple. Maybe with Anthony Areola, then maybe this may happen. I really can't really foresee the future. So yeah, that's all for this news, man. Inflationary prices of midfielders, man. I really just don't understand, man. Okay, if there are any like sort of like updates, especially regarding to young Diomande, I would definitely bring it out as far as we go. If it's a breaking news, I would use a video short or something like that. So yeah, like the video, like it, okay, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It does help a small content creator like me. Alright, so yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you see you in another video.